Hey, have you ever been to another world? Have you ever watched an anime or read a book or played a game with such an incredible setting that it sweeps you up and places you there? No? Oh, shit. Well, that is what I got out of the Ancient Magus Bride, or at least out of the first couple episodes, but we'll get into that later. This is Chise, the main character of our story and someone who is clearly suffering from Stockholm Syndrome because after being bought at a person auction, she falls in love with the dude that bought her and goes, yeah, I can be this dude's wife. But I can't even lie, Elias, that's his name, is chill like that. Even his character design alone immediately tells you, oh shit, this motherfucker is elegant and mysterious. And he is, almost as much as the motherfuckers that hit the subscribe button, baby. Ooh-wee. He's a funny little graph. Ooh-wee. Nah, seriously though, I'm begging. Anyways, Elias is our first intro to a world that I truly believe, if given enough stories and enough chance to flesh itself out, it would become one of the best fictional worlds I've ever seen. And it's the first couple episodes of the show that make me believe that. These episodes were like an actual masterclass in world building. They take advantage of how little we know about the world and how little our main character knows about the world and use her as a perfect point of view to teach us about it. Then there's what the other characters are doing. They'll often just do something we've never seen before but is somewhat easily understandable and just won't explain it, because why the fuck would they? If it's actually commonplace in the world, then most people probably wouldn't go out of their way to explain it. You know, sometimes not every goddamn little thing needs a whole ass essay to explain it. The first couple episodes of this show take a strong philosophy of show don't tell for most of the world building, and that plus the Zelda-esque background music and the mystical creature designs makes something that's actually magical. Not this I shoot fireball from my hand and kill the demon lord ass magic. More like fairies trying to trick you to go into another realm, fucking sheep bugs that need to be sheared each year, and just the giantest titties I have ever seen. Holy fuck. But I'm sure some of y'all have noticed that I've only really been focusing on the first couple episodes. That's because after the first episodes where they establish the world, they fucking flop around like a fish out of water. I know this show is well loved and I may get backlash for this, but I'm about to get pretty negative about it, I'm not gonna lie. These episodes are incredibly slow. The pacing for the actual story, which by the way could probably be told in 10 episodes, slows down to a goddamn snail's pace, and each episode we only get like 1 minute of hints of what the actual endgame is. And the rest of the time we just spend going on literal side quests with characters I could not give two singular shits about. And these side characters can very much be taken at face value. Well, maybe not all of the secondary characters, but poor motherfuckers like this guy that are only in a couple episodes get absolutely rolled by the story. Bro only has one thought going through that mind, and it can be summarized in 2 words. Love wife, that's it. That's literally it. But I also feel like I can't give too much hate to the characters because damn! God damn! Alright, now that I've sufficiently done the equivalent of a +1, -1 with my recommendation, I'm gonna tell you the real reason on why you should be watching this show. These last 4 episodes are so goddamn good, especially episode 22. It probably goes down as one of my favorite episodes of any show. Not just this one, like any show. It's just such a good payoff for things they were dropping hints about since like episode 1, that being our main character's backstory. Finally getting to see what actually happened to her family after putting like 8 hours into the show was so peak. And then you get to see her goddamn overcome it. Fuck yeah, now this is what I watch anime for. I genuinely almost cried tears of joy because of this episode, which, by the way, is not an easy thing to make me do. Mostly because at this point, I've watched an obscene amount of anime, so I know their tricks, but I was not prepared for them to take the thing I was most annoyed about with this show and then use it against me. I.e., since the show is so damn slow in the middle, it made the viewers spend a ton of time with Chise and deepen our connection to her. And then she just comes out here in episode 22 and just earns the biggest W she can get. Felt like I was watching one of the boys get into a school they really wanted to be in or make a hockey team they were aiming for. Oh, sorry. Just violently Canadian. Anyways, the thing with this episode is that it's not just Chise that makes it incredible, but it's this motherfucker too. I'm gonna just call him Joseph, mainly because I don't want to have to say Carta Phillies each time I want to talk about him, but he is a pretty sick-ass villain. At the start, when you don't really know what his background is, he just seems like some small, white-haired child committing devious acts of deviousness for no apparent reason. But then you learn that he's pulling a classic anime act of looking like a child, but actually being a 2,000-year-old immortal, and that during half that time, he's been fucking rotting to death, but he can't die, so he's just been rotting well alive? Damn. This anime is gross. We learn in these last couple episodes that Joseph isn't just Joseph, but has two goddamn entities in that tiny ass body. One being Joseph the Gravekeeper, and the other being the immortal Cardophilus who Joseph tried to save, but ended up merging with him instead, like it was a Dragon Ball Z episode. That's a cool story, right? Well, it's based on the goddamn Bible. Cardophilus is some motherfucker that threw a rock at Jesus while he was being crucified and got cursed with immortality. I don't know if the whole Joseph thing is based on it as well, but it's still pretty cool that they were able to take old folklore and turn it into their own world. And I think they do it a couple other times as well, but I'm not about to use my time looking it up. I think I would rather just sit back with the show on, or maybe season 2, and just hang out. Who knows? Maybe I'll even fast forward through the boring parts. Thank you to my Patreons, Grimmick and Theo. Love you guys for real. And if you'd like to join the ranks, yes, you, then you should go check out my Patreon. I post a ton of stuff there, and plus I'm going to be posting a video like the one you're watching right now about Demon Slayer Season 3 over there pretty soon. So check it out, my guy. Alright, bye.